big week for celebrations and remembrance, so we start this week's Explore Tulsa with people who love to create.
Then something for those who love to shop.
Followed by your own favorite mix.
Plus, we're getting the bands back together.
Hi, I'm Stevie Fernandez.
And I'm Trish Whitmer. We're very happy to see you with us again this week for Explore Tulsa. Okay, Stevie, I know you can't wait to tell everybody that this week is your birthday. So how old are you gonna be?
28, but it's not just my birthday. This is also the week to remember those that we lost during 9/11. And we celebrate Grandparents' Day, National Video Game Day, Make a Hat Day, and National Play-Doh Day.
Oh, you know, Play-Doh was invented in 1955 when a school teacher asked her brother-in-law, Joseph McVicker, to come up with a safe modeling clay for preschoolers.
You never know where the next great invention will come from, and that's why Tulsa's Mini Maker Faire is so much fun to attend.
The goal of a Maker Faire is to get all this diverse group of makers, whether they're crafters, whether they're woodworking, whether they're robotics, whether they're electronics and coding, get them all to come out for one day and share and tell about the things that they're passionate about and what they make. So a Mini Maker Faire is part of an outreach from Make Magazine. And Make Magazine runs Maker Fairs on a national and an international level, so you might see their events in cities like San Francisco and New York. But they also license for local events, and so this is what we call a Mini Maker Faire, which is a localized version just for Tulsa and this northeast region of Oklahoma. Fab Lab Tulsa is a digital fabrication makerspace. It's part of an outreach program from MIT. And we concentrate on providing community access to what are considered expensive digital fabrication tools. So you'll see laser cutters, you'll see large CNC mills, you'll see smaller mills that do very precise precision milling, as well as electronics and 3D printing. What's nice about a Maker Faire is that it's bigger than Fab Lab. While we are the host and we are the producer of Maker Faire Tulsa, we recognize that the maker movement encompasses many more people and many more types of makers. And so even though our interest is digital fabrication and this 21st century technology, there's still lots to learn from traditional crafts, from woodworking, metalworking, and this is kind of a chance for everyone to come together on one day. One of the biggest groups that we have this year is we have 8 of the first robotics teams from here in town. So 8 high schools are represented. They've got their robots and they're working on a half course. We also have some groups that are actually part of the Fab Lab Tulsa members. We have Kaya Chocolate, who does their mold castings within our lab. We have several different groups doing RC racing and RC drone and helicopter and airplane racing at the back. We also have the Fab Lab Tulsa Flight Night Mobile Fab Lab, which is the Fab Lab that we take out into the community, to schools and to rural libraries on tours to get our outreach program going. So in addition to the makers that are just displaying their work, we do shows throughout the day. And this year, one of the shows that we have, which has been going on for a couple years now, is Professor Jerry McCoy's physics show. So if you don't know Professor McCoy, he is a professor of physics at the University of Tulsa. He has a program that basically demonstrates these different physics rules and laws that we live by, and he puts that on. And yes, in science, sometimes we have explosions. And so you'll hear loud bangs, you'll see puffs of smoke, and you'll see different things that are just really cool. One of my favorite exhibits the last 2 years is the 501st Legion, which is the group of Star Wars cosplay where they make their own uniforms themselves, they make them and then they display them, they come out. You can actually have your picture taken with them. And as a person who grew up watching Star Wars and then re-watching the new movies with my own children, I like sci-fi, I love Star Wars. I would love to be a stormtrooper, and stormtroopers really make everything cooler. So having Star Wars characters walking around is just great. The goal of Maker Faire is to get this broad spectrum of makers, whether they're traditional makers or new 21st century makers, get them all out of their garages, their home offices, and get them out here into a public space where everyone in the community can see what they do, learn how they do it, and experience what being a maker is.
I love the robot competition. That's what you can get me for my birthday, Trish. A robot that cleans up after me.
Ooh, actually, that's a great idea. So that way your wife and I don't have to anymore. If you missed this year's fair, keep an eye on MakerFaireTulsa.com for next year's event, or visit FabLabTulsa.org to start making things now.
Maybe if I make something fun at Fab Lab, Kay will let me sell it at Summer Snow Gifts and Decor. Big bucks for me, just in time for Christmas.
Well, it would have to be something really nice. Not like that decorative neti pot you made for me last year.
It was beautiful and functional. I'll ask Kay what she thinks when we return with more Explore Tulsa. Hey, it's Stevie from Explore Tulsa with my friend and optometrist for many years, Dr. Robert Zeller. Tell everybody why it's so good to come in to see you.
Well, that's a great question. Let's see, we've got 2 great locations. We try to stay cutting edge at every point along the way because let's face it, everybody wants to come in and get taken care of in a timely fashion and get the latest, greatest stuff and save some money and get on with their life. And see clearly.
And if you don't believe it, look on the website.
Absolutely, drzeller.com. You can find that we have our 2 locations at 69th and Memorial and 3030 South Harvard, or you can give us a call at 749-2020 or 461-2020.
And I got 4 kids, and I gotta tell you, as a big family like that, it's affordable too.
Oh yes, and of course, the number 1 reason, you save some money. I mean, with our 2-pair specials, with our different unique packages that we put together, I mean, you can come in here and your money can go a lot farther than anywhere else.
And that's why with Dr. Robert Zeller and Associates, seeing is believing.
Oh, I like that, Stevie. Well done.
Our most beautiful 4K HDR TV. Easily manage your cables for even a clean rear look. It hangs flat on the wall, just like a piece of art. Yet, its slimness creates astounding images. Experience new discoveries with Android TV by getting instant access to everything you need. Introducing the latest Sony 4K HDR TV.
Hi, and welcome to the shopping portion of Explore Tulsa.
Give her room. She's about to become a shopping ninja.
What are you talking about?
The last time I went shopping with you, you had all these moves and covered the entire store in like 12 seconds.
Well, I get excited, especially when I'm at a place like Summer Snow with so many great gifts to choose from.
Summer Snow is actually the name of a white rose. And white roses are my very favorite flower. And so I actually found the name in Southern Living. I was reading and I just turned and there was this beautiful page of these really pretty white roses on with this dark green foliage. And I was like, that's it, Summer Snow. I became merchandise vice president for the Tulsa Ballet, and we went to market and set up Nutcracker Bazaar, which Tulsa used to have, and it was a big fundraiser for Tulsa Ballet, and that's what kind of got me, I got bit by the retail bug then, and I loved buying. I love to shop, so. I started my company in 2002, but my retail space didn't open until 2012. So we've been open for 4 years, but we've only been in this location for a year. We started out next to the old Steve Sundries at 26th and Harvard, and we built our clientele from there. But I'm a Midtown girl. I was born and raised in Florence Park, and I always loved going to Steve Sundries, and I just thought that since that gift shop had closed, that I knew people were wanting another gift shop in this part of town, not having to go to Utica Square or going to the mall or whatever. So about a year ago, when this location became available, is when we decided to move. everybody says, oh, that's so much fun. That's so exciting to own your own business. Well, now I know that it's a lot of work. And the girls in the background that don't want to be on TV, those are the ones that make it happen. Because I'm stuck, buying or talking to the vendors or paying bills or things like that. So it's really the girls that I've hired that have got great experience in marketing, and they've got great retail experience with big name stores. And so now I get to have their talent here. The hottest item that we sell, and we sell probably 5 to 15 a day, are corksicles, which are the triple insulated mugs and then the canteens. What makes it special here is that we have a laser engraving service that people will come in and they're already buying for Christmas because they're thinking ahead, or they'll buy a couple and people will love them, and so they've come back and they'll buy 5 or 6 more to have engraved for Christmas. Some of our other unique items would be just some of the candles that we carry. You can't find a lot of other places. We have our little soap bar right here. All our soaps are from France, and it's really fun to watch people try the scents and fall in love with the soaps as much as we do. Cards are probably our biggest seller. We get lots of compliments on people telling us we have the best card selection in Tulsa, and they're different. They're cards that you don't find just anywhere. We're here and people enjoy coming to our store. It's a fun atmosphere, and we try to greet everybody with a smile and a hello, can we help you, that sort of thing. But I think what we enjoy the most is people falling in love with our products and just they just keep coming back, and we've made tons of new friends. But it's really fun to listen to and laugh at the cards that we have, and so that makes us happy when we know they're having a good time and having a good shopping experience.
There's a little something for everyone in there, and the cards were pretty funny too.
To find out more of what they have to offer, visit summersnowgifts.com or stop by their shop at 41st and Harvard.
Now that we've gotten your shopping out of the way, I think it's time to do some candy and pop shopping.
Ooh, how about the only place in town with over 250 different sodas to choose from, all in glass bottles.
Hello, Dad's Root Beer, when we come back with candy and more Explore Tulsa.
Hello, I'm John Erling with Voices of Oklahoma. Our great state has been home to countless individuals whose place in history has been earned through each of their many accomplishments. Voices of Oklahoma's mission is to preserve their story in an oral history presentation like none other. Accounts direct from famous Oklahomans, political figures, and many others who have left their indelible mark on the development, history, and future of Oklahoma. So please, treat yourself by listening to those who are the voices of Oklahoma.
Look at us. We woke up one morning with every song that ever mattered to anyone. So now what? Music's meant to be heard, out loud, where your life happens, where you dance, where you love, and where you live. When everyone has every song ever written, what matters most is how you listen.
Come hear for yourself at Video Revolution.
Hello, you're just in time to satisfy your sweet tooth with more Explore Tulsa.
So right you are, Trish. The new Sweetie Pop Stop has over 250 different sodas in all nicely chilled bottles, or you can even make your own pop at the Bennett's Wonderland of Goodies.
About 2 years ago, we seen an episode of Undercover Boss, and it featured a company called Rocket Fizz. So we started checking into candy stores and started doing all of our research and visiting a lot of different candy stores, soda pop stores, and this is what we came up with. My wife has been praying for a few years for us to find something easier and not where we could work, to coin the phrase, work smarter and not so hard. And we have a catering business that we've been in for a long time. It's a mobile catering business, and so it's pretty tough business. My wife and myself, my wife more than me, we call each other Sweetie. That's our kind of our name for each other, and so it was pretty appropriate for Sweeties. And then the Pop Stop, we have the Maker Create Your Own Soda Station, and then we also have over 250 different types of bottled sodas, kind of like a lot of people in the Tulsa area is familiar with Pops up toward Oklahoma City. So we have that local here for everybody to come out and see. And so we decided to do the Pop, and then the Stop came from, shop rolls off the tongue. Everybody thinks of a shop, Pop Shop, but a lot of people call us that, but we wanted the Stop to kind of have a subconscious call to action. So when people say our name, Sweetie's Pop Stop, it kind of calls to action for you to stop there. We carry 350 different types of candies at this time. I'm sure we'll add to that. But we wanted to have the retro, some of the older type candies to bring the yesteryear to those of us that are a little older. And we wanted to have the new candies that kids are loving. And as new movies come out and those kind of things, and they create candies around that for publicity and for advertising for those movies, we'll want to carry those kind of things that kids understand, the Pokemon type stuff and things like that. As far as the amount of sodas we have around 250, and again, we'll probably add or delete those as we see they do move or they don't move. Of course, a lot of them are retro, some of them are foreign. A lot of the top sellers like the Joneses, kids love. A lot of the old type, so Squirt and the Mountain Dew with the real sugar in it, Dr. Pepper with real sugar, and so those are some of the unique ones. Let's see, A&W, the old root beers. We have, I think we decided the other day, there's over close to 100 root beers that we have, because that's kind of the number one thing that people like, and a lot of cream sodas, sarsaparillas, and then a lot of different flavored sodas. But basically they buy their own 12-ounce glass bottle, or we also have a sports bottle that's bigger, and then they put their carbonated water in there, and then they are able to choose from up to 30 different flavors of different types of syrups. We have some sugar-free syrups as well, and they put that in the bottle, 8 or 10 squirts, depending on how sweet they want it, and then they swirl the bottle, and then they drink it and enjoy it. Yes, we're having parties, and what those are, the parties are candy craft birthday parties. And we're also doing entertaining the idea of doing other parties for like women's auxiliary, women's groups that want to come in and do a craft and or just have a party. We're also entertaining that as well. But the main focus is kids again, and back to the fun and creating that fun experience where they come in and they actually make their own candy craft. It includes the supplies, all the candy for the craft. Each child makes their own craft and gets to take that craft home. We also include a free soda with that, or you can upgrade and do the create your own soda experience as well if you wanted to do that. And then they also have 1.5 hours in that room to also do cake cutting, experience the cake, and then also do the unwrapping of the presents and those kind. We assist with all of that as well. The feeling we have at the end of the day is just an overwhelming feel of we've created some fun and some happiness for other people. God wants us to be happy, and so we want to do that, as well as we also are giving a percentage of our profits to a organization called Orphans Promise, and it helps children in foreign countries, give them schooling and give them teaching and housing. And so again, back to everybody that supports us can understand that they're also going to support helping children that don't have what they might have.
Made my soda with a couple of splashes of vanilla, a hit or two of caramel, and topped it all off with watermelon. That was some good stuff.
If you'd like to try your hand at soda making or schedule your next party, visit sweetiespopstop.com.
Nothing sweeter on game day than a bowl full of your favorite treats.
Oh, and don't forget some good music. With the kids back in school, that means band practice is going strong too.
And a Tulsa tradition for instruments and lessons is 37 years strong at our next stop, Firey Brothers Music, just ahead with more Explore Tulsa.
At Video Revolution, the future is now. Behold the beauty of the new Sony 4K High Dynamic Range TV. A true view display producing real-world clarity and brilliant colors with Triluminous X1 technology. Step into the future for yourself at Video Revolution on the northwest corner of 71st and Lewis.
I want to get a new TV. There's like 1,000 different brands, all with different features. I wish I could make sense of it all. What do you think is best?
You should go to Video Revolution. Their experts will tell you everything you need to know. They carry the latest LED and 4K TVs and will even install it and set it up for you too.
She's right. You wouldn't talk to anyone but your dentist about your bicuspid. So when it comes to home entertainment, only trust the experts at Video Revolution, located on the northwest corner of 71st and Lewis.
Great to see you back for more Explore Tulsa. Now, one of the great things about football season is walking up to the stadium. As you leave your car, you can hear the band striking up all the excitement.
And everyone in that band had to start somewhere. And for the last 37 years, many of them have called on Ray Firey of Firey Brothers Music.
It's one of those things that really I never planned on doing. It just developed into it. Having developed a career of it was never really an intention. My dad told us 6 kids, I being the youngest, whoever learns to play the banjo will play the banjo first, I guess, will inherit the old family banjo. So that was really the part of the motivation to me learning to play the banjo. Strum it too. I did come by it honest. My dad played guitar. He was pretty proficient on the guitar. Everybody would be gathered around in the living room, and usually there would only be one guitar, maybe a mandolin, maybe a harmonica, and they'd pass the guitar around, to people. And that was part of our growing up, having those family reunion, family jam sessions. So as us boys grew up, then we'd entertain Mom and Dad. We'd have these home concerts. And we'd set up in the kitchen and we'd play for 30, 45 minutes on Saturday nights, entertaining Mom and Dad. That's how we got started. The 3 youngest of we brothers, the next up is John, and then Steve, and we 3 younger brothers formed the Firey Brothers Gospel Group. So I was a teen. We played in just about every church in the area, plus, all-day dinners on the ground, and traveled around a little bit. We used to play on the John Chick Show every month or 2. But I remember going, before school was let out, to some of the recording sessions at Derrick Studio, and we made our first record. It's not that much of a record to listen to, but it was our first. I was giving lessons, actually, from a little gift shop that we had. We had a Christian gift shop. Again, my brothers and I were involved in it together. It's called the Father's Business. So I was operating this little Christian gift shop, books and Bibles and music, and my brother John suggested, Ray, why don't you give lessons there to add to your income? And so I did, and the students would request, where can I buy picks and strings, and I'd send them to the local music store. It finally dawned on me that I could capitalize on that. So it was in September, actually October of 1978, the date that we marked our beginning as a music store, when I ordered a supply of instruments and accessories, and that was the day we got them in, October 6, 1978. So we feel like the store has a family image that, just as an outgrowth of our family environment and the music that we grew up playing, we're not the pro shop or the rock shop that some music stores would be. And just the personal relationships that we've developed, that seems to be our main emphasis, and the reason that I think we've developed such a loyal clientele. It is gratifying to be able to work in a business that I'm around musical instruments, enjoy that very much, and enjoy helping people get into music. And most of our customers are, amateurs, and their motive for playing is probably never to get up and perform. But They will sit in their bedrooms at night and play for 30 minutes or an hour, and it's just a real personal joy to do that. So that's part of what we like to promote.
Walking around Firey Brothers music got me thinking, I should consider playing the ukulele.
Well, as long as you're just actually thinking about it and not actually doing it, we're probably safe. But if you have a potential superstar in your midst or just interested in taking on a new hobby, visit FireyBrothersMusic.com.
If I were in the marching band, I'd want to be that guy with the baton and the whistle.
You do know that means you'd be doing at least 3 things at once: marching, blowing the whistle, and twirling a baton.
Do they have anything where you can like sit through the whole thing?
Stick around, we'll be back with more Explore Tulsa.
Hi, Dr. Robert Zeller here. For over 20 years, I've offered affordable, convenient eye care in Tulsa. Right now, you can get 1 pair of glasses or contact lenses starting at just $99, or my 2-pair deal for $129. Hey, and as always, the eye exam's included. Walk-ins are always welcome. Glasses are ready in about an hour. Plus, we have over 2,000 frames to choose from. We're open 7 days a week. Come see why we're voted Tulsa's best. And our drive-thru at 69th and Memorial makes pickup simple and easy. For the best eye care value in Tulsa, Dr. Robert Zeller and Associates.
Hello, I'm Andrew Parker with Whistler's Auto Repair, and you're watching Explore Tulsa.
Be sure and stop in next week when we visit Paul Timschel at Paul's Custom Framing and Fine Art.
Special thanks to Nathan Pritchett for showing us how everything comes together at the Tulsa Mini Maker Faire.
Thanks too to Kay Couch Strauss for making gift shopping fun at Summer Snow Gifts and Decor. And thanks to Brian Bennett and his wife Mary for bringing all the wonderful sweets to Tulsa Hills at Sweetie's Pop Stop.
Also thanks to Ray Firey for 37 years of helping make Tulsa's music scene what it is today at Firey Brothers Music.
Remember, if you miss any of the show, you can always catch us at exploretulsa.com.
As always, each week we feature the people, places, and attractions that make us proud to call Tulsa our home.
And hey, don't forget to like us on Facebook. Share with us someone you think Tulsa should know more about.
Plus, remember, Explore Tulsa is brought to you by Video Revolution, located on the northwest corner of 71st and Lewis.
Stop by, say hello to Ron and all the guys for all your home entertainment needs.
And Explore Tulsa is also proudly brought to you by Dr. Robert Zeller and Associates.
Home of Tulsa's best eye care value with 2 locations, 3030 South Harvard and 69th and Memorial.
Well, that's all the time we have for you on this week's show, but we'll see you next week right here on Explore Tulsa.